Hello, my fans. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, I bet you weren't expecting this today. This is the second video. Yeah, you know what I'm going to say. It's Phil's fan mail in Phil's Corner. Do you know, I've just been having a lovely dream. Having a dream that the government paid everybody, you know, give everybody, every firm and that a rise. The nurses, the doctors, firemen, teachers, supermarket workers, cleaners, care workers, they all got a pay rise, and we started to have street parties with it because it really gave a good pay rise, government, it really did. If this dream were only true, where, you know, my wage hasn't gone up for years. So I just hope this dream comes true. Well, I hope you've got your pot of tea, because it's going to be another Ken Dodd video, a long one. Some of my fans might say, what's that got to do with Ken Dodd? Well, if you've been watching all my fan mails in past, I usually say Ken Dodd videos, because when Ken Dodd were on his shows, when he were touring, you couldn't get Ken Dodd off. He were always on. He loved being on rather than just doing it for money like some artists. They're on for 2 hours and that's it. They're off. They've got the money. They've done the 2 hours and that's it. But with Ken, he were on all the time because he loved what he were doing. Oh, you got your pot of tea and your coffee. Coffee this time. So I've got my letters here already. All my letters. It's gonna be fun. Someone said in one of my letters, "Have you got any other sayings, Phil, for this year?" Well, all I can say is not really, because I can't come up with it. The three sayings I used to do, what everybody used to like last year, didn't you? Have you got your pot of tea? Dear Phil, and what's the other? Can't think of other now. I'm losing my mind. But with this pot of tea today, I might start saying, have you got your fairy cakes with your pot of tea? Oh, I love fairy cakes. I just love them. They're really good with a pot of tea. They really are. So I hope you've got your fairy cakes. Right. Now, my secretary has wrote to me, because we've got 3 new maids coming in today. No, actually, we've got 4 maids coming in, but they're a bit different from your normal maids. They are, we get all sorts at the haunted house, at the stately home. Yeah, we do. We get loads of people staying and loads of people working for us and that, and I tell you, and we have passing ghosts. We have ghosts what live there at the haunted house, and we have passing ghosts, spirits what just pass through, you know, all the time. But we've got 4 young maids. Now they are vampires. They're into their vampire clan. And I've been looking at their profiles before we come on air. Before I've done this video, you think I were on telly, wouldn't you, or radio? Before I did this video, I've looked at the letters, and there's 4 of them. Now this is, just pull that down so I can see what it is. Daughter of Scepters. That's one of them, come for the job. one of the vampire girls at my stately home. Come as a maid, help it all out. And this is Daughter of Skulls. It's a secondhand. Number 2, I mean, not secondhand. That might be one of my sayings this year, secondhand. I think that might be one of them. No, secondhand. Here's our third maid, vampire maid, what's joining us. That's Daughter of Knives. And we've got Daughter of Grails. So that's us 4 vampires. What's going to join us? I'll just have this pot of tea. Oh, gorgeous. Yeah, I've got another saying. Hey, bad gum. Hey, bad gum, lad. Hey, bad gum, lad. Just let us know if you want me to keep saying that into this year. And hey, bad gum, lad, eh? Oh, you got to have fun, haven't you? With everything going off at the moment, haven't you? Really, you know, there's just no good at the moment, is there? You put news on and there's wars, government's in a mess, people striking for more pay, and not enough staff in firms and that. Oh, it's, so you got to have a laugh, eh? Right, our first letter today. Dear Phil, I am called Mrs. Sponge. Here she is. Well, here she is. She ain't a sponge, is she? Do you know, I said here she is. How can she be in a sponge? No, Mrs. Sponge has sent a sponge. They always send us bits of presents, so I got a sponge today. I know you're going to say, what a present, Phil. No, I can still use it for washing up. I've got some sponges, but when I run out, I'll use this one. So thank you, Mrs. Sponge, for sending us a sponge. It's crazy today, I tell you. It's crazy. Anyhow, what Mrs. Sponge is saying today is, Dear Phil, can you give me advice? Do you think wearing high heels is good for women? Me giving advice, wearing high heels for women. Well, I'm here to please, and I always give advice to my fans. Yes, I will give you advice, Mrs. Sponge. Well, what I think is, what I see with women, I don't know how you ladies walk in them shoes. Have you seen them fellas with high heels? Oh my God, I don't know how they walk in them. But Mrs. Sponge, I think that you ought to wear flat shoes, going down to a shop or something, or whatever you're going to do, going to play dominoes or something like that, or going to bingo, wear your flat shoes. Now, young ladies and older ones, if you're going out somewhere special, to a club or a pub or somewhere nice and that, you wear high heel shoes because it does look elegant and it does look nice on women. I had one lady write to us saying she was going to wear trainers at a wedding with a lovely like wedding dress, and she was going to wear trainers. No, it's a no. Yeah, trainers. I don't know what she wanted trainers for. Maybe she was going to take a runner from the fella she's going to marry. You just don't know, do you? Anyhow, so that's my advice, Mrs. Sponge. Wear flat shoes to go down to the shop, but if you're going out special, wear your high heel shoes. Thank you for the letter. It was a lovely letter, that. Love them. Who have we got now for a second letter? I'm just looking down at my letters because my secretaries have sorted out all letters and that, and I have to try and find which ones they've got. They pick out, there's thousands are coming every day. Really they are. We put them in the cellar, but sometimes they get mixed up because we've got a ghost in the cellar, and he's an oldish fella ghost, and he rummages through all papers and stuff like that, and he mixes up all my fan mail and stuff like that. So even when we sort out the best fan mail, they get mixed up by ghost in the cellar. Right, this is Mr. Clough. Dear Phil, I am an 80-year-old window cleaner, and I have been doing this job for 30 odd years. Do you think it's about time I packed in? I've been doing the job, Phil, now because I have to top up my pension. Yes, you should be retired at 89. You shouldn't be climbing ladders and that and doing window cleaning just to top up your pension. Right, government out there, have you listened to this letter? Mr. Clough, 89-year-old. He's going up ladders and he's having to do extra job cleaning to top up his pension. Come on, government, put the pensions up for him. And then this Mr. Clough, 89-year-old, don't have to go out to work to top his pension, can go up ladders at 89, poor fella. No, retire, you know, and see if you can manage, you know. I feel sorry for him, I really do. And it looks like I'm going to be having to work with my two jobs in my 70s and 80s. If I can't manage with my pension. Come on, government, let's have our pensions up. Oh, stop putting the ages up and all else. We aren't going to draw the pension. We aren't going to live long enough to draw the pension. We'll all be kicking bucket. Stop putting the pension age up. Keep putting it up, but we'll all be kicking bucket. I don't know. Thank you for your letter, Mr. Clough. Thank you for the letter. Right, who we got here? Mr. Long Hours. Ooh, Mr. Long Hours. Dear Phil, I work in a supermarket, putting stuff on shelves. I've been doing it for a long time, Phil. I'm in a good union. I pay me money for the union, and it does a good job for us. Do you think we should strike? Because at the moment in supermarkets we have our breaks cut. We're working all hours and less money. Right? Yes. Strike straight away. You might as well, the rest of the country are all on strike, so supermarket workers, if you're in a good union, start to strike. Getting supermarket people to strike. Yeah, start striking. You want more pay, more breaks, and stop doing long hours. What a mess this is, isn't it? So that's my advice, Mr. Long Hours. Thank you for your letter. Thank you. I'll have to have a drink of tea after these letters. Oh, I'm getting a lot of depressed letters at the moment. Oh, really, I'm looking down. If you see me looking down at all my stuff, I have to show you because I've got some cards and all coming up for you. Right, let's see what other letter we've got now. Oh, we've got a witch here writing to us. She's called Mrs. Black Cat. Dear Phil, I am writing today to ask you which is your best Witch's Tarot deck, and can you pull us a Witch's card? Yes, I can, Mrs. Black Cat, and good on you. Your religion's a good one, nature-based religion. You're not in satanic or devil worshipping. It's a lovely religion. Thank you for writing. And yes, my favourite deck is this one, Mrs. Black Cat. I'll show you in a minute. It's that deck there. Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake. So that's my favourite deck. And Mrs. Black Cat, I'm going to pull you 3 cards from this deck. And this is The Witch's Tarot by Helen Duncan. So we're going to have 3 cards for Mrs. Black Cat. This tune what's going to be playing now, it's a clock we've got got, and it plays different tunes every hour. At Christmas, we could put it on to Christmas tunes, and there were Christmas tunes playing at Christmas. But now it's playing all types of tunes. So if that's what you've been hearing in some of my videos, it's a clock we have. Right, Mrs. Black Cat, what cards we've got from that deck? This is the choice card. It's a 7 of Cups, so you've got choices, Mrs. Black Cat. And can you see the wizard there pointing? Any of them you can choose from. So it's a wish card in a way. So if you want to make a wish, Mrs. Black Cat, any type of wish, the wizard and me will be granting that wish to you, and it'll be coming true soon. Right, I've got 3 cards for you today, Mrs. Black Cat. And I've got this one here. See them children there out in nature, near some water, and there's some flowers, there's a waterfall. It's saying, Mrs. Black Cat, get out in nature, start picking your twig. I know you pick twigs and leaves and stones, don't you? Any unusual stones and twigs, what you find. I know you pick them and you take them home. So that's what you need to do, Mrs. Black Cat, is get out in nature. Right, another card. All right, that's the Magician, Mrs. Black Cat, from this deck, and it's wanting you to send out love and healing in your spells. So as soon as you stop watching this video, do a love spell and healing spell for all them what needs it out there. That's great. Well, that's a lovely good letter from Mrs. Black Cat. Oh, wasn't it nice? Right, what else have we got? Oh, we've got Mr. Punch. Mr. Punch. Devil! I am a karate expert. I am black belt, second dan. Have you done any karate or martial arts, Phil? And do you think karate is okay? Well, Mr. Punch, I give you punch, I give you punch. Oh, that might be one of my sayings, because it's just reminding me, we used to live near a Ukrainian church, and caretaker, he used to say that to us sometimes. He was a really old fella, a Ukrainian, he was Ukrainian actually, and it was a Ukrainian church, and we lived across. And when I used to go and see him, he used to say, I give you punch. So that might be one of my sayings, I give you punch. I think he's dead now, though. He's passed over a long time ago. Anyhow, Mr. Punch, yes, I used to do karate, and me and my brothers. I have one brother, he was black belt, and the other 2 brothers were brown belt, like ourselves, and we did it for years, Mr. Punch. Several years, and we run his own karate club, and also we were into Bruce Lee films. Oh, I was mad on Bruce Lee. I even dyed my hair black like Bruce Lee. Oh, we went to all Bruce Lee's films, you know, watching them time and time again at cinema. So yes, Mr. Punch, karate's good, and it's good for all young children to go into. All martial arts is a really good sport, and you meet people, and it keeps you fit. Thank you for that letter. Right, our last letter today. I'm just looking at time. We're not doing too bad with time. 19 minutes now. We're into 19 minutes, and I'm on my final letter. So, and I've got through everything, so I haven't done too bad. It's called Mr. Nutter. Dear Phil, can you help me? I think I am going mad. I am living by my name, Mr. Nutter. I think I am a nutter. Oof, it's a really sad letter. I wish we've got something to cheer you up with these letters today. They're all sort of depressing and miserable, aren't they? Well, what's Mr. Nutter saying is, he goes round, poor fella, he goes round all day quacking like a duck. And there's the duck. He thinks he's a duck. And he said sometimes he's there thinking, when he has dreams, he falls asleep and he's in pond at local park, quacking all day, and on canal. He goes on canal quacking, and that his wife left him because she was fed up of him quacking all the time. He just burst out quacking. I've never come across out like that, have you? Well, Mr. Nutter, I have got some advice. You are going mad, and you need to see a psychiatrist straight away. But don't worry, it's a illness. The psychiatrist can help you. You may stop going about quacking. I don't think you should be locked up in an institute because I think it's curable. You just have to stop quacking. Start doing something else. Can't you do walk on foot? How old are you, Mr. Nutter? Oh, let's see how old he is, Mr. Nutter. Yeah, you're 59, Mr. Nutter, so there's still time for you yet. Walk on football, I think. If you do walk on football, it's not strenuous and you'll meet people and that, and it'll give you something to do, and you'll find you won't be quacking all day long and you won't need a psychiatrist. So I hope you go on well. That's an interesting letter though, that, even though it were a bit sad. Well, most of my letters have been sad today. Right, I'm looking at the time. I'm seeing if we've got all else. Let's see if I can pull some cards. I'm going to pull a couple of cards from this vampire deck I've got from Phil's Corner. It's called The Tarot of Vampires. I showed you 4 of them. What's 4 cards from that deck? They're the maids what's going to join us at the stately home, the haunted house. Just show you a few cards from that. That's Judgment. Looks like he's in a graveyard. He's judging all vampires, vampire clan. Not doing the job right. We've even got lovers of vampires. Look, the lovers card. He's there biting some girl's neck, isn't he? At night. They come out at night and bite people's necks. I hope these 4 what's coming to the stately home aren't going to bite my neck. Can't have sores on neck. Right, we've got, what's this? The Star. Show him a couple more. The Magician. Doing powers, you know, like a magician, even though the vampires, they can still do magic, just like witches and that. Temperance. Pull one more card, I'm going to get off soon. Right. That was from this deck. We've got through quite a lot today. I hope you've enjoyed it. And we're going to catch it on the next one. Wonder what we've got for Phil's Corner, the next one. Hope you've enjoyed it. Keep safe. Keep smiling. Come on, government. Put the wages up. Bye. Bye. I think I need a nap after all that, don't you? Grandad Phil needs a nap in Phil's corner. Oh, I want my wages to go up. I want all wages to go up. Come on, government. Get your finger out. Put wages up so we don't all have to go on strike. Oh.